In this episode of the Funny Business Podcast, nightmares or being watched? Which is scarier?
And on the flip side, are we old for complaining about how loud bands are at restaurants? And could Mike beat up a Ninja Turtle? Mike, hit the music. Cowabunga, dudes, and welcome back to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. That's right, it is Halloween weekend. Happy Halloween, everybody. I am dressed as obviously the best Ninja Turtle out of the four, Michelangelo, not even a question. Mike is dressed as guy who just got home from work. It's a great costume. How are you? How are things?
I'm a podcaster. That's what I'm dressed up as for Halloween.
That's everybody's dream.
I'm a white male podcaster, like every other freaking podcast that's been going on since the pandemic. I'm great, man. I'm vibing. I'm comfy. I know we were talking about costumes and getting everything together, but unfortunately, I just came up short. So I apologize. Maybe next year. I think last year I had the same excuse. However, I think we're excited for trick-or-treaters because there's potential we could. We're not sure. We're still finding that out.
That's fun. What about you? Trick-or-treating is always fun. I don't think we're going to get any trick-or-treaters like to our apartment just because I don't know. I think many people are going to be coming inside the building up the floors to go. But we'll get into trick-or-treating a little bit later in the show.
Oh.
Yes.
Spicy.
Yes. I'm also taking my mask off because I can't see.
You're going to reveal your identity of a turtle, Matthew.
Oh. Honestly, it felt like I wasn't. Oh, that hurt.
What? How much of a bandana?
It's very long. Look at this thing. It's extremely long. It felt like I wasn't wearing headphones when I had that on. That was really weird. Yeah, that was very bizarre.
How do you keep your pants up? A belt. That looks like a belt.
How much did you guys buy a lot of Halloween candy in preparation for trick-or-treaters?
Not yet. Time this recording, not yet.
Okay.
I think we'll have to be prepared in some sort of way. We have some very nice fall decorations, some very Halloween. We got some pumpkins when we were at the cidery a couple weekends ago. But most importantly, I am celebrating something else than Halloween. Such a good friend, Matt.
See, your birthday's December 1st.
Oh, good.
I don't know.
It is Jenna's birthday this weekend.
Oh, shit. I knew that. Happy birthday, Jenna.
I'll cut that clip. That way.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So we're celebrating a little bit. Jenna is turning 26. I had to think about that for a hot second. It is the only time within the span of the 2 months that we're only 1 year apart. So got some exciting things planned with family, but also I record this when she's not here, this episode. So I can actually say this without it being spoiled. And she thinks that I'm not good at keeping surprises. Let me tell you. So she's always been wanting me to make some sort of baked good for her birthday. So Thursday, we post this on Friday. Yesterday, I am going to surprise her with some type of chocolate confection or a chocolate cake or something like that. I've never baked before besides those Pillsbury cookies, like those ones with like the ghost and the pumpkins.
Yep.
I'm going to try to do it Thursday night. We'll see how it goes.
Are you going to like make a design or something?
No, I'm just probably going to buy a box. Like the Easy Bake, not the Easy Bake Oven.
Yes, Mike buys or cooks cake with an Easy Bake Oven. There's a YouTube video.
No, probably like the cake in the box. Yeah. It's the thought that counts.
Correct. Yeah, especially for the first time. Absolutely,
yeah, especially the first time.
Yes,
I got to follow a recipe. So I made some lovely sloppy joes this week too.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my God, Matt, I'm in heaven. Like ground beef. The works, like homemade, like there's like apparently sloppy joe sauce that you can buy.
Not a huge sloppy joe guy.
Really?
Never really had it a lot growing up as a kid. Never really got into it at school or college. Just wasn't my thing. So going back to your trick-or-treating real quick, have you thought about giving something else out other than candy?
Like what?
Well, I saw on Facebook that this mom made a shit ton of Mrs. T's pierogies. and was giving out one pierogi per kid to all trick-or-treaters.
Could you imagine we do like Swedish meatballs and it's like, oh, like you put them on like a toothpick and like you like you kind of have this like weird styrofoam like placemat, so like they're all like sticking out and it's like, okay, pick a Swedish meatball.
Even better, you dress up as the person from SpongeBob, and every time a kid walks up, all right, what's for dinner tonight, Bob Mama? Shirley? Just slap on a meatball in their bag.
There was those very few parents that decided to, decided to do like something healthy.
Yeah, the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the parents that give out like toothpaste.
Yes.
It's like everybody hates you.
As an adult, it's not that bad, you know? Like we're running out of toothpaste. So like I wouldn't mind just stopping at that. Hey, can I have like all of your toothpaste?
Yeah, once you get over the age of like 12, it's convenient.
It's convenient.
Yes, very convenient.
So that was my favorite thing at the dentist, was like me picking out like a new toothbrush and a new toothpaste. It was always nice.
I don't think I ever used them.
I feel like I've used the toothbrushes, but they're like, do you need floss? I'm like, no, I don't floss.
Fun fact, my dad, his front tooth just like cracked right in half from flossing. He had to like go get it like fixed and everything.
My goodness.
Yeah, it was just flossing. It's just cracked right in half. My dad also broke another tooth years and years ago biting into a pierogi. So my dad's got bad luck with teeth.
All right, Matt. Well, we are kind of hopping in. I know we're early in the Halloween special, but I'm super happy that we're going to talk a little about a little Halloweeny tonight. A little Halloweeny, little Weenie Hut Juniors. No, we're not talking about SpongeBob. Matt, it's me. Hi. I'm the decoration. It's me. Matt, there was this place in Wisconsin that went viral on TikTok, as reported by the New York Post. She had some Halloween decorations out, Matt. I'm surprised you're not going trick-or-treating all the way out in Wisconsin.
It's a bit of a far drive.
Caitlin McLaughlin recreated outfits Taylor Swift wore in her Eras tour and used skeletons dressed in those Era tour costumes.
Nice. Oh, those are sick.
So I sent Matt the article. So there's a couple photos from that. She recreated the outfits. She was inspired after attending Swift's concert in June and seeing the costumes inside the glass boxes. And she made some costumes herself and bought others to complete the display. The display includes lights that blink to Swift's music and has received over 1.3 million views on the Tickety Talk.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, this is perfect. This is how you make Halloween fun. Not everybody loves the scary stuff. But everybody can get along with some good costumes and good Halloween decorations. And you gotta get trendy with your decorations. You know, you can't just put the same stuff out every year. Gotta switch it up. And why not capitalize on the Taylor Swift saga, as is the summer and fall of 2023, and get a little creative. I like it. Mm-hmm.
Certainly a lot of blonde wigs implied and put together with some of the skeletons itself. I know I've not been to the concert, let alone I have been to the, shall I say, the movie itself. Have you been to the movie yet?
No, I don't think I'm going to the movie.
No.
I don't know. I don't really want to watch a concert in a movie theater. I think I mentioned this briefly the other week. It's just not the same. If I want to see the concert, I want to be in person at the concert. I'm not going to go to the movie theater to watch something I could watch at home.
This brought to my attention because there is this house that is very close to us. So obviously this decoration is a bunch of skeletons. But I think with these, it reminds me of this house that we keep passing by for community group for church, that they have a display and it's filled with skeletons. There are skeletons that are mowing the lawn. There's those gigantic ones that you see. I think it's like either the Halloween, oh my God, Spirit Halloween, or even like Lowe's or Home Depot. They make those not life-size, giant skeletons. There's like 6 of them that are there. There is a ton that is in front of this house, and we just passed by and it just seems like there's more and more and more. There's a rock band made of skeletons. There's too many of them, but that's what inspired me to show you this article today.
So I think that begs the question, how many skeletons is too many skeletons?
I think if it looks like a party, if you're having like, I don't know, like a basement party back in the college days and there's about like 20 of them, I think 20 is enough.
Yeah, I think it probably depends on how much they're like spaced out and what they're doing. Like you could do like 4 or 5 different themed skeletons in your yard, but they got to be spaced out so you can appreciate all of them. They don't overpower each other.
Right.
I think the only thing really missing from this Wisconsin Taylor Swift yard is one with an 87 Travis Kelce jersey. I think that's what we're missing.
Update today at the time of this recording. How do you feel about the relationship?
So it's interesting because apparently he is going to join her for the beginning of her international tour.
Oh.
I don't know when that is, but that's been rumored. And she was just at the game this past weekend. And after the game, we saw a little kiss on the cheek action. So it seems like they're very happy. It sounds like they're both very happy together from reports that they like each other a lot. And they're hoping to see where this takes them. I'm just kind of tired of seeing her every other second at the football game because you saw her once, sure. Saw her twice, sure. Don't need to see her every time he catches a football. Although, have you seen the numbers of Travis Kelce when she's in attendance versus when she's not in attendance?
Oh, heck yeah.
It's insane.
It is nuts.
It is insane. He is, I don't know if he's just like trying to impress her or if he just feels like comfortable or if it's dumb luck. Probably dumb luck. But you know what? I'm going to go with Taylor Swift helps Travis Kelce on the football field.
Whatever brings the revenue, right?
Yeah.
So, Matt, what are you scared of?
So, funny story before I get into that.
Sure.
I was really young, trick-or-treating, lived at our old house in my hometown. And we were walking up the street. And me and my brother were not huge Halloween fans. We were both very like skittish as kids, didn't really love getting scared or anything like that. Obviously, we like trick-or-treating, dressing up. That was fun. So we're walking up and my mom's walking with us. And a house couple, like a block away, we were walking up. And my mom kind of knew the people. And there was a guy with a huge like mask on waiting to jump out of the bush to scare us. And she's trying to like make contact with him, like, don't do it. So we get up there. This guy jumps out. I ran all the way home. Hated it. So what am I scared of? Clowns. They can kick rocks. Don't like clowns at all. I'm just not a huge fan. And I don't even know if I'm scared of, but like just like haunted hay rides, like the scary creatures that like try to like jump out and scare you. I just never got into that. Don't love like jump scares, things like that.
So luckily I found a quiz on, not really a quiz, but more of a survey on the BuzzFuzz of which thing is scarier.
Okay.
And it pits clown is included. It's actually the second question. So I will assess that. So which thing is scarier? So it gives you two choices.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to pick one over the other. So which thing is scarier? Clowns or zombies?
I think clowns. I don't think zombies are that scary. Now, maybe it's because I watch The Walking Dead a lot. In a real life situation, I'd more be scared of a clown than a zombie because the zombie's a little slower, a little easier to take down.
You know how to survive too.
Yeah, just getting right in the head.
Because you watch The Walking Dead.
Correct.
Exactly.
I'm basically Daryl Dixon now.
I see
You
that.
have no idea who that is.
Yeah, he's the main character. You play. It's the guy from Fortnite.
There it is. Thank you.
It's the guy from Fortnite. I was talking about Vine today, by the way, before I hop into this. So we were talking about Vine. I think Vine was way ahead of its time.
Oh, absolutely. It was. I wish I had Vine back in the day.
Oh man,
It's my one like big regret.
What a time. All right, Matt, the first one, which thing is scarier? Although with clowns, you are in the majority with 66% and 125,000 votes. That clowns are scarier than the 34% of zombies. Matt, which thing is scarier? Toy dolls or ventriloquist dolls?
Ooh, that's tough. I think I'm going to say toy dolls. Ventriloquist dolls, I don't know. They're not super scary in my opinion. Toy dolls, you get like Chucky.
Yep.
That's really the only one that comes to mind, but they can be frightening.
They actually show a picture of Chucky for the toy dolls. I don't know what this ventriloquist doll is from, but you are actually in the minority. You are 43% with 84.4 thousand votes for voting for toy dolls. Ventriloquist dolls, 57%. All right, something a little bit more practical. Snakes or spiders?
I'm going to say spiders because I don't think I ever encountered a snake in real life. Maybe that would change my opinion.
Yeah.
We also don't have like cobras or in our area that we have to worry about. Like if we lived out west or in the desert, yeah, maybe I'd change my mind.
Rattlesnakes.
Not a huge spider fan.
You are in the majority with 129.3 thousand votes at 69%.
Nice.
Spiders. I would have preferred snakes as far as which thing is scarier because at least you're bigger than a spider.
Yeah, it's true.
Which thing is scarier? I'm sorry if you do not understand. No, I shouldn't say I'm sorry you do not understand. I'm sorry if you don't know these, but I'm sure you do. The Girl from The Ring or The Girl from The Exorcist? The Girl from The Ring, I remember seeing this in commercials, but then The Exorcist, it's a very old movie. So
just on face alone, I'm going The Girl from The Exorcist.
Yep.
Because that's terrifying. That's one that like you're just getting a frying pan right to the face and you're done.
Drop kick.
Yes.
Matt, this is very close, almost very close to 50-50. You are actually in the minority with 46% with 84.1 thousand votes. All right, this one's a little more practical. I like it. Which thing is scarier, guns or knives?
Guns, because they can kill you from a distance.
Well, that's very odd. You never bring a knife to a gunfight. 50-50.
See, if someone's going out with a knife, I can at least try and stop them. If someone pulls a gun out, you got to hope they miss.
All right, next one. Which thing is scarier, vampires or witches?
Witches. Yeah, one, just carry around a bunch of garlic with you and you're fine with vampires. Witches can put up some nasty spells. You know, you can turn you into a llama. Even though that wasn't a witch. We just watched The Emperor's New Groove a couple of nights ago.
Did you?
It's a great movie.
It is.
Yeah. I came to realization, I don't think I ever saw the movie before. I think I only watched the TV show. But yeah, different spells, Hocus Pocus. Those witches are kind of, I liked the movie as a kid, Hocus Pocus. I was a tad scared because the witches are kind of scary. Vampires don't really scare me. What are they going to do? I feel like I could take a vampire.
Did you ever read, I think it was second grade I watched this, but did you ever read or watch The Witches? It's basically a young boy stumbles onto a witch convention and must stop them even after he has been turned into a mouse.
No, the only witch thing that I read was the Salem Witch Trials, and that was maybe one of the worst experiences I've ever had to do in my schooling. I hated that book so much.
Yeah. The witches were was very scary in my opinion. Very awful practical effects, but that's all I remember. So which thing is scarier, nightmares or being watched?
This is tough because nightmares are pretty scary. I haven't had one in a long time, but they're not fun because then you can't sleep the rest of the night. But being watched, I've never personally been watched that I know of. And that's why I think I'm going to go being watched, because it's scarier because you may be being watched without knowing that you're being watched.
And plus being watched can prolong, whereas nightmares are only temporary.
Right. And being watched can turn into you having nightmares.
You are in the majority with 167,000 votes, 94%. All right. Which thing is scarier, mummies or ghosts?
Mummies. Ghosts don't exist.
I would think the other way around.
Well, mummies exist.
But like not in the sense of like they're coming to haunt you.
You don't know that. What if it's a zombie mummy? They're coming to haunt you.
Luckily, you're in the majority, 90%, 157.7 thousand votes. All right. Which thing is scarier, gremlins or flesh-eating bugs?
I'm going to say flesh-eating bugs. What is a gremlin?
It's like
what do gremlins do?
Gargoyle. You ever see the TV show Gargoyles?
Yeah, I can kill it with a baseball bat. I'll take the flesh, or give me the flesh-eating bugs.
I think bugs are just creepy to begin with, but then just, I don't know, just now that they're flesh-eating, like...
yeah, that's just, you gotta live with that for the rest of your life.
Indeed. Which thing is scarier, needles or being alone and lost in the dark?
Alone and lost in the dark, by far. By far.
Amen. Majority.
How many times as a kid did you have to turn off the basement lights and then run up the steps?
You were at the steps of the basement before the lights were even turned off because you were scared shitless.
Correct. Yes. It's terrifying.
Yeah, being alone and lost in the dark, you're not even knowing where you're going. Like, I'm okay if the lights are off, but like not knowing where you're going, like that's terrifying.
Yeah, horrifying.
I feel like I got over needles after my flu shot a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Just simply because, what's that?
Like a few weeks ago?
My flu shot?
Yes.
got a few weeks ago.
Yes, but so you just got over needles a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so I think COVID really boosted that confidence.
Okay.
Like the fact that you had to get it because it was uncurable, and for everybody who's new and joining us about COVID, like we barely talk about politics, but anyway, I think getting those 2 shots and then getting the booster, like it's just like you had to, because if you didn't, you'd be miserable or you die.
Yep.
But no, I mean, even with the flu shot, it was totally fine. So
yeah, I mean, as someone that stabs himself in the leg every 2 weeks, needles are fine. And it's just funny because when I was a kid, I was just telling April this, when I was in like elementary school, when it came time for my flu shot, it took like 3 doctor staff members to pin me down.
Hold you down.
to give me that shot. I was that kid.
All right. This one's an interesting one. Which thing is scarier, being buried alive or being chased by a murderer?
Buried alive, because there's probably a less of a chance you survive than being chased by a murderer.
At least you could put up a fight, whereas like you're literally facing the elements being buried alive.
Yeah. I can yell like, help, there's a murderer chasing me. Like if you're underground, no one's going to hear you.
All right, last one. Which thing is scarier, life or death?
Death.
Almost, I want to say almost 50-50, but 56-44, 56% with death with 94.3 thousand votes.
I don't even see how life could be scarier. Death, you're dead.
You know, loans, health, money, skydiving.
Yeah, but think of how much life gives you. There's a nice can of soda pop. Some fresh sunshine, trick-or-treating, fried chicken, Reese's peanut butter cups, dogs,
alcohol.
R.I.P. The oldest dog to ever live passed away today.
Oh.
He was 31 years old.
31?
What a good boy.
Oh my God.
R.I.P.
We're almost 31.
Yes. In dog years, it's 107.
Holy
207.
Shit. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I had a thought behind, I got to see an old coworker this past weekend and he travels a lot. Matt would know, Mark. So like he travels and there was the unfortunate subway bombing that happened in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And like Mark was supposed to go to New York City. He was supposed to take the subway. And I said, do you ever get like worried? For somebody who travels a lot, do you ever get worried that, you know, you might do that? And he goes, if that's how I go out, then so be it. And not saying everything happens for a reason and I want it to happen for a reason, but like if the intention was for me to pass away because of this incident, then yeah, like then I lived a good life. And I was like, damn.
Gotta live life while you can.
YOLO. Seriously, though. Stay safe, trick-or-treating, going out, whatever that means. I'm putting a stay safe, everyone, early on in this episode.
Yeah, wow. There it is. We wanted to share something that has become essential to those days after a long, exhausting night. Liquid IV's hydration multiplier.
It's amazing how huge a difference it makes. Liquid IV helps us feel more energized and refreshed throughout the day. With one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and a 2 times faster hydration formula than plain water.
We both love the flavors. Yuzu pineapple and passion fruit are our top picks. They make staying hydrated a truly enjoyable experience.
What's even better is that Liquid IV is committed to giving back to communities in need worldwide by providing clean and abundant water. They've already donated over 39 servings in 50 plus countries around the world.
And we have a special treat if you want to try Liquid IV. Head over to liquidiv.com and use the code FUNNYBUSINESS at checkout to get a 20% discount on your entire purchase.
So shop better hydration today with promo code FUNNYBUSINESS. All one word, FUNNYBUSINESS at liquidiv.com at checkout.
Remember to stay hydrated and healthy and give Liquid IV a try. It's worth it. We're going to keep the spooky vibes going with some Say What. I'll go first. I'm not really keeping spooky vibes because I actually got 2 sports ones. So the city of Philadelphia.
Polls are greased.
So as of recording today, the first Game 7 in Philadelphia Phillies history is happening because the Arizona Diamondbacks winner goes to the World Series. However, the football team is pretty good, the Eagles. I will have to say, this is not my say what, but the Kelly Green uniforms, absolutely sick. They are fire. However, there's something going on with the Eagles that should be banned, and that would be the brotherly shove.
The brotherly shove.
The brotherly shove. It is their signature play that they do on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. So basically, if I can explain it to you, if you don't know what I'm talking about, or anyone out there listening, the quarterback takes the ball and everybody behind him just pushes him over the line of scrimmage for the first down. It's not football. It should be banned. It is not football. Now, quarterback sneaks are a thing. Everybody does a quarterback sneak. This is not a quarterback sneak. Jalen Hurts is literally just taking the ball, taking one step, and then he just goes dead weight, goes as low as he can, and everybody just pushes him across the line of scrimmage. That's not football. You have to move your legs. He's not even trying to move his legs. It's not. It's also dangerous. People have gotten hurt during it. Brotherly shove should be banned. The city of Philadelphia, just be disgusted with yourselves that you like such a cheating mentality and a play that is going to get someone seriously hurt one day. And in fact, Jalen Hurts was wearing a leg brace in the second half of the game on Sunday night. Who knows if that's what it was from?
Or you could always be like the Steelers and always do a handoff and try to squeeze through.
Yeah, the Steelers also won on a quarterback sneak this week.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. It was a terrible spot. It should not have been a first down. I will not apologize. Will not apologize for the Steelers winning. Will not apologize for the Steelers being 4-2. And the NFL also did say they're going to look into banning the play after the season.
Are they?
Yes, which begs me to this point. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl with a brotherly shove, asterisk. Doesn't count. Want that on the record.
I have a story.
Okay.
I've been saving this since last Friday of the publication of last week's episode.
Okay.
So, and I've been saving it from you, so I've been hiding it from you.
Oh, okay.
So I was driving home from work. Matt, I experienced my first road rage incident, and not by me. Somebody was road raging on me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Do tell.
buckle up, everybody. Literally, this is going to be a wild ride. So here's what I will say. I am not 100%. I only have my side of the story before everybody starts hitting me with the comments. I only have my side of the story. There is a certain point in the story in which you'll hear that, okay, that went a little too far. Not for me, for the person. So
Okay.
I have this very large hill that I drive up on when I'm coming home, and I go down a very large hill when I'm going to work. So I was coming home from work. So I was driving up the hill. I had a person in front of me. I won't even name the model of the car. I will just say car in front of me. Car in front of me was going probably the speed limit. So, and I, typically I go a little bit over the speed limit. Like if I'm not going to lie.
I have a question.
Okay. It's like, yes, sir.
What is the speed limit on said road?
45.
Okay.
I'd probably go 50.
Yeah.
And like going up the hill and down the hill, like you should not go more than that because you'll lose control. So I'm going up the hill and I'm like paying attention to the car in front of me. I don't know if this is like a unspoken rule, unless there's something in front of you or something literally, unless there is a hazard in front of you, you should not brake going uphill.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Like it makes why?
Makes no sense to brake going uphill.
Literally once you lay off the gas, you are already slowing down.
Correct. Even if you think you're going too fast, like you said, just lay off the gas.
So the lady brakes. Now, I'm only assuming this is a lady because later on the story, the individual brakes. I brake, and it was a sudden brake too. And I did not see anything in front of me that was worth braking. And what I mean by that is if a squirrel is front of the car, run it over. Like there should be no way that you should be braking just for a squirrel. Mm-hmm. Now, if it's a deer or a bear, yeah, of course, brake. The deer's going to take out your car. There is no way possible that is going to be salvageable. So I lay it on the horn. Lady rolls down her window and she flips me off.
Wow, nice.
It gets bad. It gets worse.
Good
so she starts storming. And of course, I'm driving. So I get back up to speed. We hit probably not even 30 seconds later. She's rolling down the window again, flips me off again, and is holding it. Now, if I had to count, she probably flipped me off 4 times in that time going up.
4 separate times?
4 separate times, but she was moving her hand. She did that 4 times, but think of the middle finger in front of me. I don't want to blur it out.
That's great.
I'm holding my hands on the driver's wheel, being like, "What are you doing, lady? Okay, sorry. Get over it. Sorry. No offense to you, but sorry. I know. You shouldn't have braked uphill." We get up to the hill. She actually pulls over.
Oh no!
And I don't pay attention because by the time I finished honking, I was over it. I'm like, okay,
yes.
She knows, but now she's sitting there flipping me off. And all of a sudden I heard, "Oh!" And by the pitch and tone, it seemed like it was a woman.
Okay.
But regardless, that has no factor in whatever happened with this road rage.
Correct.
So I zoom right by. I'm like, hey, thanks for letting me go. And I think to myself, okay, this lady has flipped me off uphill. This lady has pulled me over and wanted to have a word. Should I be going home the way that I should be going home? And I said, no.
Yeah, gotta have those thoughts.
Somebody that I know had a decent amount of road rage to follow the person until they parked the car in the parking lot where they were going to work. And that popped in my head. I'm like, this is not happening. So there's a few ways to get to my house from work. So I go out of my way and I turn a different way. Lady, same person follows me and turns right on the same road. And I think to myself, I was like, okay. Somebody said if you turn 4 right times, if you're turning right 4 times and they turn right 4 times, you're being followed.
Yeah, because generally it'll make like a circle.
Right.
Sure.
So luckily went straight. Like I didn't do that for right hand turn rule. I just went straight, and the individual later off just turned left, and she is done with it. But I got concerned because if I followed all the way, I don't want somebody to, regardless if they were just trying to be nice and being like, hey, like there was something in front of me, or get so and so, like don't do it in front of my house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go home. Like, what was even worth you flipping me off or even whatever? Like, if there was something in front of you, if you are listening to this, which I highly doubt it, like, I truly apologize if something was in front of you. I just did not see it. However, for you to go uphill, flip me off, and then have the audacity to pull over and just being like, hey,
you should have just rolled down your window, drove by, and just been like, watch your profanity.
Watch your profanity.
No, it is sad that like you do have to think that like there are crazy people that will take it that far to like follow you to where you're going. Another fun tip, other than doing the 4 right turn thing or not taking the same way home, if you seriously think someone is following you, drive right to the police station if you know where it is. But yeah, no, it's very scary. People's road rage while driving is just ridiculous nowadays. Yeah. It's insane. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awful. That's very scary. I wouldn't have want to go through that myself.
So that was I was like, oh, I gotta write this down for the podcast.
Always. All right, Mike. My second one, as of recording today, it is the start of the NBA season. The greatest sports show of all time. NBA Tonight is back. Mike, should be a good NBA season.
I hope so.
Suns are looking good. Bucks are looking good. Speaking of the Bucks, they made a big trade. Damian Lillard.
Yes.
Milwaukee Buck.
Dame.
Yep. They did get rid of Drew Holiday, who's now in the Celtics. And I have a buddy from my old job who is a Bucks fan. So we were going back and forth in the group chat because obviously Bucks beat the Suns in the finals, yada, yada, yada. I texted something in the group chat that was kind of out of pocket. But then the more I think of it, I actually think it's true. I would rather have Drew Holiday than Damian Lillard, my basketball team. Yeah. My logic is, yes, Dame is probably a top 3 scorer in the league. But if you compare Drew Holiday's offense to Damian Lillard's offense, that gap is smaller than Drew Holiday's defense to Damian Lillard's defense. Like, Drew Holiday is one of the best defenders maybe of all time.
One of the many that brought the Bucks to their first NBA championship, correct?
Correct. Well, no, maybe second. Yeah, he played an incredible defense on Devin Booker in that finals. Incredible defense. And people act like he's a scrub on offense. He can average like 18 and 5, which is good. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's a hot take that I came up with that I'm going to stick behind the rest of the season.
If it's public, if you mention it in the public, I will I will support that.
Correct. NBA Finals prediction.
Oh God, here we go.
As we always do. I don't think this always goes well, folks.
I actually have a little bit of a better idea compared to the NFL, okay?
I'm going to stick with my Suns. Suns over the Celtics. Suns in 6.
Oh, so you're picking East West.
Yep.
Okay.
He's cooking.
I got it.
Mike's cooking.
Miami Heat.
Wow.
Over the Denver Nuggets.
Wow.
Denver's going to make a comeback. But however, I think just because Jimmy Butler went total goth for media day.
Yeah, that was weird. That was so weird. I love Jimmy Butler, but I was like, okay, this is a little odd.
I think they'll, excuse me, I think they'll win.
I'm sorry. Am I boring you by
no,
sports topics? You're not sleeping well.
Probably not, but that's okay. Miami Heat over the Nuggets.
There it is.
I'm going to say in 7. Let's make it interesting.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Why not?
I need to write this down somewhere to make sure
Yeah. I'm going to forget. Oh, also, this first year of the tournament, in-season tournament.
Yes. My last thing. Bands at restaurants.
Let's talk about them.
They play way too damn loud.
Way too loud. It's ridiculous.
Way too loud. I understand. I have not been taking care of my ears in the last few years simply because of the events that I've tried to host or the events that I've been at. But we were with a couple of friends a couple of weekends ago, which oddly enough is the place I'm taking Jenna for her birthday. It just looked good. It was a good place. Good wine and then looked delicious food. We were it was a party of 6 of us trying to just converse, catch up. Hi, how's things? What's going on? And there was a group, which like the group wasn't that bad. They were just way too loud. And I was just sitting there. I'm like, I felt bad because I didn't feel as engaged as I usually am as the very social person that I am. I simply just could not hear. And like every time somebody tried to talk to me, especially Jenna, who was like across from the table, I was like, what? What did you say? What are they selling? No, that's, but yeah, bands. I don't know if it's them being quote sound engineers and not knowing of like reading the room, or like just simply like you can have I don't know. That's beyond me. But if it was me, I would put it at a reasonable rate and not overpower literally everything that's going on in the restaurant. Because even the waitress couldn't even hear us when we were trying to order. It's like, there's no point in having a band there.
Yeah, it's not a concert.
No.
Like people are not going to that restaurant. Some people might be going because they like that band there. That's not the sole reason everybody is there to hear you. Like if you pay money for a concert, yes, be loud because I want to hear. I'm focusing all of my attention on you. But you're right. When you can't hear the person directly across from you, that's an issue. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the band trying to be like the center of the attention. I don't know if it's the size of some restaurants. If it's the location of some restaurants. Yeah, it is a problem. And I think it's a big problem. I personally don't like going to restaurants when the band's right in the center of if it's like an indoor restaurant and it's a smaller one, I don't like it. Like it ruins my dining experience. I'm glad you brought that up. It's something that I think a lot of people can agree with as well. Yeah. One question, does this make us old?
I think...
Despite us agreeing and saying it's bad, are we old because of this?
I don't think we are. I respect the grind. I respect the drip of like trying to make it there by performing like everybody, like Taylor Swift performed in Nashville, to make it big and like, yeah, I get that. Like you got to be somewhere and you got to be at the right time, at the right place with the right person to get you that next step. But I think in this instance, they're probably like, this is way too loud. Like the person who's going to make them to the next level is like, oh, this person's way too loud. Like I can't enjoy it because it's way too loud. And I'm trying to have notes with my agent to the right of me, and I can't hear them because it's too loud. To answer your question, I know I juggle around with it. My dad doesn't like live music in restaurants. My dad is not old, but for someone who runs a chainsaw for work, I think it's a little obnoxious. I mean, it's a little bit on the elder age, but not in the essence of comment. We're too old, but I think okay. it just needs to be said.
I agree. I just hope everybody else does as well. And that concludes. I'll say what we're going to finish off the show. We'll buy or sell. Michael, go. I'm going to do my buys first. I'm going to buy Trick or Treat.
Okay.
So obviously dressed as Michelangelo, which can we both agree Michelangelo is the best Ninja Turtle?
I only liked him because my name, technically, like Michelangelo, is a form of Michael.
That's fair.
I will say the nunchucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what made me like Raphael a little bit more. I think it's the color red.
Mm-hmm.
I think Michelangelo's first, Raphael second, Leonardo third, blue.
Oh.
And Donatello, purple.
I mean, that is disrespectful to Donatello.
Donatello has a freaking stick as a weapon.
Yeah, but he's like the criminal mastermind behind the whole Ninja Turtles. That's so disrespectful.
He's got a stick for a weapon, Matt. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Don't bring a stick to a sword fight.
He still kicks ass with his stick.
He does, but I think you could kick more ass if you had a blade.
Okay, so if you had a blade and Donatello had his stick, who's winning?
Me.
No, you're not going to kick Donatello's ass.
I'm not getting beaten by a freaking turtle.
Donatello would. They're not turtles, they're mutant ninja turtles, Mike.
Oh, sorry.
They're different.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I would have to say Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo. Anyway, Trick or Treat. So I will be Michelangelo. April will be April, the character April from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh my God! When did April come into play?
I'm sorry. Do you not? She's a news reporter.
Matt, Matt, I've literally played the game on my Nintendo SP.
I literally played the game on a Nintendo
I literally
SP.
played the game.
Have you never seen like a movie or a TV show?
I've seen the TV show.
You don't remember the news reporter?
No.
Yeah, there's like a news reporter. Her role has changed kind of throughout the different creations of the Ninja Turtles. But in the original one, there's a news reporter. Her name's April. April is being April.
Purple shirt.
No, there's one of like a
yellow jumpsuit.
Yellow jumpsuit. Yes, That's what she's going with.
That's probably why. Like I remember the one with the purple tank crop top.
Yes, but anyway, so we are taking April's sister trick or treating. The best part is to complete my costume. We will be ordering a pizza and walking around with a pizza box.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
So you're gonna eat the pizza first.
We're gonna eat like half the pizza first, and then go trick or treating.
Because people are gonna be like, "Is there pizza in there?" Be like,
correct. But I'm not gonna carry a whole pie because that's gonna get heavy. So that'll be fun. And then I'm also buying coworkers that turn into friends. Okay. So this past weekend, April had a little quick trip to Florida. So I was by myself. So I hit up some old coworkers at my old job. We were able to hang out a few times this past weekend. And, you know, people always say like workplace relationships don't always work out. Like you can't really get too friends with the coworkers, but I think it depends on the job. In certain circumstances, you get really close working with people. You meet some really good people. They turn out to be friends, and hopefully they're friends for life.
Best friends forever. Best friends forever. Ring.
My sell, I'm going to sell our planning.
Our
planning. Or maybe I should buy our planning. Mike, we realized nonchalantly the other day. Let me just tell the story. So please. We were just gaming. I don't even think it was a stream night, or maybe we just got off stream.
No, Matt, we were done recording.
That's what it was. Yes, right after the podcast last week. And Mike was talking about how he needed to get his car serviced, and he got it serviced for a certain date. I was like, oh, that's funny. Like, I also have my car serviced on the same date. And then it kind of clicked. We both had the same make car. So he was like, you going to this dealer? I was like, yeah. He's like, what time? I was like, 9:30. He's like, I'm 9 o'clock. So Mike and I have little car service date in a few weekends. It's gonna be great.
I found out too that I think I'm gonna be by myself that Saturday too. So
okay. Well,
if we want to plan out a little bit more, I'm more than welcome to.
Sure. Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Might have to do our media day after all.
Yes. And then I am selling sunglasses. What? I keep breaking my sunglasses left and right.
How?
So this is funny. So I ordered a replacement pair, got the replacements. This was like a month ago. Wore them into work. I was leaving my car. I was like, I don't want to take these into my office. So I threw them on my seat. I was like, I'll get it when I go back in. End of the day, I go back in my car. Didn't even see the sunglasses. Sat down right on them. Snapped. Okay.
Oh, no.
Whatever. Mike, and do I have the sunglasses in here? Yesterday, I went to put my sunglasses on. I went to open the one frame. What's the little side piece called? Is that the frame?
You mean the thing that rests?
No. Yeah, the rest on your ear. What are those two things called? Anyway, opened one up. I went to flip open the other one. That just snapped right off.
Oh, no.
But the weird part is the part that actually is like connected and turns, that part is on. It's the little part that they like welded together for the metal. That part snaps. Makes no sense at all. So I just I give up. I'm buying like $5 sunglasses from now on. And I just realized I'm turning to my father because he also loses his sunglasses all the time. But that's all I got.
You know, you could just ask me because Jenna always likes to make fun. I think I have 7 pair. I have a pair of sunglasses for everybody who sits in my car if my car became full.
Yeah, I have a decent amount myself.
All right. I'm going to sell awful customer service. We had a whole event involving Jen and I going out for a nice formal event, seeing my parents, and then just doing grocery shopping community group. And Jenna had friends. A very busy weekend, but it was well worth it. We are suggested by my mom to go to this brewery that was just opened up in our local hometown. So I was like, let's go. After, selling allergic reactions too. I had a nasty allergic reaction with Charlie, the poor puppler. We go to the restaurant and we look at the Google Business. What time is it closed? closes at 10. I'm like, okay, cool. Sounds good. Let's, we got time. Like we got our time, like good to go. They closed at 10. So we're like, okay, like we got time. So we walk in about like 8:15, 8:30. We walk in, the lady goes, oh, well, luckily you got here just in time because we close at 9. And we're like, oh, well, your hours said 10. And this is a Friday night, a brewery that is closing earlier.
Suspicious.
At 9 o'clock. We're saying, like, we saw it on Google Business, like, it, just bringing it to your attention. So the server tells the manager, who I'm presuming, and the manager comes over and has this 5-minute long explanation about how they need to reach out to the marketing team who's created their website and yada, yada, yada. It was my parents, Jenna and I, and Trent, my youngest brother, the HR manager.
Yep.
And we were just like, okay, thanks. Like, we didn't know what to say because it was like, we're just bringing it to your attention. And you would think, per customer service, if you have multiple people sharing that your hours are wrong, you need to bump that up in priority in something to get done. The most ironic thing that happened that night, so that brewery was hosted by a group of investors. One of the investors was there to dine in that night. That same investor is responsible for the people who built the website and the Google My Business.
Ah, nice. Love that.
The lady comes over, she's like, one of our investors is here. And I'm like, yeah, the same guy who is responsible for the people that are responsible for your website. She goes, oh, yeah. I'm also selling smoking. It's 2023. Why is anyone still smoking?
Yeah.
It's simple enough. I'm wearing a new pair of shoes.
Yeah.
I have neglected in not buying myself a new pair of black dress shoes. And especially for this formal event that we participated in the last weekend, I was like, you know what? My feet hurt with the current pair. I'm getting a new pair. And Matt, it was so beautiful. Like, my feet didn't hurt. I didn't feel unbalanced. I was perfectly balanced, just like the universe should. And it was wonderful.
Nothing better than a new pair of shoes.
No.
Sneakers, dress shoes, loafers, whatever. They're fantastic.
Yeah. I'm also finding more good food. Matt, I'm a pizza connoisseur as far as when it comes to buffalo chicken pizza. We have found, Matt has actually partaken in the pizza that we have provided. At one point for a little chat, a little hangout, a little business meeting. We found out that there was this place that was closer to us that was grand opening up, ribbon cutting, all that good stuff. I'm like, you know what? I gotta try myself a buffalo chicken pizza. Matt, this was wonderful pizza. Like, yeah. I took a photo of the pizza because I wanted to share with anybody that I talked to, being like, this is the pizza. Super nice. People came in, like one of those typical, pizza restaurants. You got the pepper flakes and the garlic and the salt and the pepper. And then like they had little glass display cases and whatnot. Chicken was great. There was a ton of chicken on it. A lot of buffalo sauce on it too. Matt, I texted you the photo of the pizza just in case you need a good check yourself. But certainly continue exploring, finding the best pizza, but certainly in good relative area, it's good pizza.
It's not what I was expecting. It's a lot. Was that a lot of ranch or just a lot more cheese?
It's cheese.
Wow.
And I believe
really
there's
good.
Bacon on it too.
The crust looks really good too.
Yeah. Crust was so good.
Yeah, that looks good.
So
big slices. Holy crap.
Yeah. Huge slices. Completely huge.
Nice.
And then I'm trying new things. Matt, I've been using Google Chrome since 2014.
Yes.
As my daily driver. Matt, I am on a 1-week trial of what is called the Arc browser. And I tell you, it is like a new home to me. It's only available on Mac, so sorry, Windows people. It is a new adventure. I will say that it is a weird thing of not wanting to create multiple windows, because that usually is my habit. It's not multiple tabs, it's multiple windows. For some reason, this keeps me in one window. And even the coolest thing too, if I wanted to bring something side by side, like two web pages side by side, you can actually in the same window put one website on the left, one website on the right, and you can actually add more websites to have it all in this single one window itself.
Make it a mega window.
Yeah, make a mega window.
Nice.
Mega window. This also has AI capabilities. It transferred and imported all of my stuff from Google Chrome, so I didn't have to worry about anything about moving over. And the nice thing too is I can not import, but I can change themes. So like I have a work theme, I have a personal theme, and then I have a funny business theme. So if I wanted to pick up where I left off from, let's just say the computer I used at work, I can be on my computer at home and it still have the same tabs that are pulled up.
I'm going to get very old man on you right now. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't really want to learn a new web browser. I don't want to. I really don't want to. I'm okay with Google Chrome. I'll just open tab to tab. I don't know. I don't know if I can get down to learning a whole. That sounds too complicated for a web browser. I just want to open it and search the web. I am my father. That concludes Buy or Sell.
And thank you everybody so much for listening. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button or that follow button wherever you are listening, watching with your viewing pleasure. You can find all of our good stuff at cello.to/funnybusiness. Mr. Matthew.
Ish.
What is your advice for the good people of the funny business world?
So obviously, a lot of candy being passed out this time of year. I'm going to put my mask back on at the end of the show.
Your identity has been hidden.
Check your candy before you eat it. Sometimes people put bad stuff in it. They can make it look like something that it's not. I'm currently blind right now because this is over my eyes. So just check your candy. Make sure no one's done anything to your candy or food or whatever it is that they shouldn't have done.
Great advice, Matt. Make sure you're good with the goods that you get. Always say thank you. You say trick or treat, and then when you get it dropped in, say thank you too.
Yeah, also, there's no age limit to trick or treating. Not that I'm going to go door to door myself. But if there's like a young, old person that wants to go trick-or-treating, let them go trick-or-treating. It's Halloween. Yep. Everybody enjoys it in their own special way.
Yep. Amen. Well, and a very happy birthday to Jenna.
Yes, happy birthday, Jenna.
And until the next time, see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.